How to use a $35 lockbox to make $12,000, and as a bonus, a simple, easy way to find cash buyers for your deals. Stand by. Let's get it.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Hello guys, this is Ty, aka the Flip Man. How to use a $35 lockbox to make $12,000. Now, when I came up with this particular video idea, I was in the middle of putting a deal together that was a pre-foreclosure. Now, initially, I didn't know it was a pre-foreclosure, which was my fault, because I did, number one, ask that question, did they have a mortgage, and also were they current on the payments? The other thing that I slipped up on, and I don't know how I missed it because it's there clear as day, whenever I did a search on the property using Dealulator, aka PropStream, it said clearly there pre-foreclosure, and it told you when the auction date would be. So even though the property was vacant, the seller would not give me keys to the property. He wanted to be there each time I showed it to a cash buyer. After showing it to 3 cash buyers, the seller walked up to me when we were about to leave and said, hey, how much longer you think this will be? I told him maybe a couple of more weeks. He said, well, the property is going to be foreclosed on X day, all right, which was only a week, even though he was wrong on the date. I said, well, here, this is what needs to happen, Mr. So-and-so. I need to place a lockbox on the property. So my capital partners, aka cash buyers, can come by and view the property at their own leisure. By having to schedule each time around your schedule, this is delaying the process. He agreed to do it. One day later, I had a wholesaler send a cash buyer out, and we agreed on me making $12,000 and the wholesaler making $6,000 on the deal. Now it ended up I only made $5,000 and the wholesaler made $4,000 because, long story short, the cash buyer came back to us a few days later saying that they felt it was going to cost more to repair the property than they initially thought. Because it was so time sensitive, I didn't want to risk trying to find another cash buyer because it was a pre-foreclosure and the auction date was near. Now, before we get into the meat of this particular video, you want to make sure that you stick around because I'm going to show you where you can buy these lock boxes, which is my preference, but also how to apply it to an actual property. So we're going to go out in the field, ground zero. Also, as a bonus, I'm going to show you a simple way while we're out in the field, how to promote your deals to find cash buyers. Now, while you're here, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, tap the little bell to turn on the notifications so you are alerted whenever I upload new videos and when we go live on Thursday nights where we answer your real estate investing questions for free on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope. Now understand, guys, this lockbox is only a tool. Just like my over 350 plus videos right here on YouTube, those are only tools that have to be used to make the money. So you have to work at it. You have the knowledge, you have to apply the knowledge. You have to take action. Now, what this simple tool will do for you is make it a lot easier to deal with cash buyers on your time. Because when you can simply give a cash buyer, maybe a contractor, agent or broker, or whoever is involved with the cash buyer a code, and they can go by there at their own leisure, it makes this business so much easier. And one of the other reasons why I prefer to place a lockbox on the property is that it doesn't give a cash buyer an opportunity to try to beat you up about the condition of the property to negotiate a better deal. The reason that it is a great deal is normally because of the condition of the actual property. Not saying they can't do that over the phone, but it's a lot easier having that conversation over the phone versus them standing out there for 30 or 45 minutes saying this is wrong with it, that's wrong with it, blah, blah, blah. From my experience, trust me, you will love a lockbox on an actual property. Now, you can start with just one, and if you're fortunate, you may have 2 or 3 deals under contract off the top. But once you get about 5 or 6 or so, no more than 10, you can just rotate them around as needed. So once you make that initial investment on all of them, you'll just continuously rotate them around as you close deals. Now, understand, all sellers won't give you keys to their vacant property. Now, if the property is occupied by the seller themselves or a renter or a relative or whatever, then, a lockbox won't be necessary because you have to schedule around who's ever living there. Now, again, some sellers just won't give you keys to the property even if it's vacant. Even if you explained, hey, I have capital partners, which are cash buyers, contractors, which may be representing the cash buyer, brokers or agents, which may be representing the cash buyer, come by the property at their leisure. Sometimes they just won't give you keys, which means you're going to have to either show up yourself each time or have someone that represents your interest within the deal so that cash buyer, contractor, agent, or whoever knows their role and only asks the seller about the property itself and not try to negotiate the deal. And the reason that most will work with you on that is simple. They want you to send them more deals. Now, as a side note, to reduce the traffic on a house where a seller does not give you keys, or even if you do have a lockbox on the property, guys, whenever you go out and take a look at the property, you're already there. Shoot a video with your smartphone, one video, only about 3 to 5 minutes long. Upload the video to YouTube, and now you can share that link with cash buyers, agents, contractors, or whoever by sending them the YouTube link. Also, take pictures while you're out there because those pictures can be used to post on Facebook Marketplace, in Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, and on Craigslist, and possibly your actual website if you have one designated for cash buyers. So hopefully all of that made sense. So now we're going to go to ground zero, get out in the field, and I can show you, number one, where to buy these lock boxes, how to apply it to a house, and as a bonus, I'm going to show you a simple way to build a cash buyers list and promote your deals on the street level. So now on to ground zero. So we're here at Home Depot. Can you see the sign? Yeah. And we're about to go in here and buy a lockbox. Really just gonna be a few things that we're gonna show you. Just a daily activity, some of the stuff that I do, which ain't a lot, the business is what it is or whatever. But hopefully this will help. So on into Home Depot. Okay, so we're here in Home Depot, and as you can see, there are different types of lock boxes. This one here, you have to actually attach to a property, maybe with screws or whatever. But this is my favorite. I've been using this lock box so long, I can't even tell you how long I've been using it. But you can see the price. It's $30.37. This other one is $30.97. And I'll explain later on why I like it, because I'll show you how it works or whatever. But this particular lockbox, there are other options, as you can see, but this is the best in my opinion, whatever. It's just really durable, as most of them are, but it's easy to use for people, your cash buyers mainly, or buyers in general, to access the property. or whatever, which I'll show you later on how and why that's important. So, boom, not that I'm advertising for Master Lock, but hey, that's the brand that I choose as far as lock boxes. Okay, so here's a lock box that I already have on a property here, right? And just really want to show you how simple it is to work or whatever. So here's the lock box. You close it. Once you close it or whatever, well, you'll see. All right, so got my keys. So first you want to pick somewhere to attach it to that's really difficult to remove. So this is a part of the property, so it's going to be hard to move from there. So what you want to do is you attach it around. You may want to come up. You attach it around. So you got this hook here. You attach it around, and then you snap it on. Got your keys here. Boom. You close it. So it's closed. You close it. All right, you change the code on it. Boom. Slide that up if you want. All right. To open it, you put the code in. Pull the button down, boom. So it makes it easy for your potential buyers or whoever, or contractors or whatever, to access the property without you being there. A lockbox can be your very best friend. So it's that simple. You see it's sturdy. So boom, it's magic. That's the lockbox. So on to the bonus part of this video. Since 2003, I've been coming here to the sign shop for signs, but normally I order my signs online. You can normally get them cheaper when you order a large quantity. But today I'm here to buy some actual wooden stakes, which the only time that I use wooden stakes is when I'm doing some signs, maybe to attract some buyers. Which I'm going to show you later on in the video on that, but just wanted to show you, hey, I'm coming here to the sign shop. People I've been dealing with since 2003, buy a few wooden stakes, and then we're gonna go put them out in front of a couple of houses that really don't have a buyer for because of the condition of one of it and the price for the other. So sometimes I'll put out signs to attract, number one, new buyers, but also maybe some fresh investors. They may pay a little more than others. So, but we're going in to buy some wooden stakes. Didn't want to get them in the video or whatever, but you know, because this is their business. I'm out here doing this flip man stuff, so or whatever. But I just wanted to show you, hey, we're going in to buy some signs, and then we'll be on to the next phase of this daily activity video. Here are the wood stakes. Got about 10 of them. So what I'll do is attach the signs to them, which I'll show you in a second. Sort of rig these up with some cable ties or whatever, but they're normally gonna come out. So here we go. So basically what we did was, you see the yellow tool here, we use that to punch holes into the signs. Then we put the cable ties through to attach the pole to it, the stake to it. And some people go ahead and screw the signs to the actual stakes or nail them in. I didn't really want to go through all that, so we just punched holes through. And what they did at the sign shop, they actually did double-sided signs, but they glued the signs together. So it just makes it easier to do it that way instead of just putting two signs on there that are not attached. So sticks the stake through, and then you just simply tie the zip ties as you normally would if you were going to do them on an actual sign. Once you do that, you're in business. You're ready to nail them up. You just make sure that they're just really tight on it, and they should last, couple of weeks, before unless they take your signs down. So just want to share my little jackleg way of attaching these stakes to the actual signs. I got my sign made up here already. Actually, this sign should be bigger. I thought I should have. I don't know. It should be bigger. Anyway, so got my direction on here, phone number, call or text, house for sale. And it just gives people an idea there's a house there. And I won't put an actual sign in the yard, but when they call, I'll tell them where it is. And I'll put a couple more out as far as directionals for this sign. But got my old trusted mallet from Home Depot. I just use cable ties to wrap around it. As you can see, this is a double-sided sign or whatever. You got the wood stake, so boom. Put a little back into it, I guess. The ground's already soft, been raining. Hope I don't bust my finger. Sign in the yard, directional, little cheap marketing advertising. I'm not a stake user, not when it's trying to find sellers, but for buyers, put signs on the corner to show them at least the idea what the house may be. And then whenever they call or text, I'll give them the actual address. But I won't put a sign in the actual yard of where the property is located. So boom, on to the next phase of this video. Boom. Man, I hope this video helps. Remember, this is only a tool. All of these videos that I have and the information that's here for free, they're only tools. You have to take action to turn those tools into paydays. Remember, while you're here, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notifications by tapping the little bell so you are alerted whenever I upload new videos like this one. Also, when we go live on Thursday nights where we answer your questions for free about real estate investing without using your cash credit on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at AskFlipMan. And don't forget about Dealulator, aka PropStream, where you can make it a lot easier to find deals and build cash buyers, plus much, much more. You can also fill out my one-page contract there that you can download to print, email, to give yourself a more professional look whenever you present your actual contracts to sellers and or buyers. So that's dealulator.com. Thanks, guys, and we will see you on the flip side.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.